vlog time because I'm feeling a bit awake. I'm not too exhausted. And yeah, I've been super busy, if you can't tell. Yeah, lots happening, but once summer starts, you just wait. I've said this a million times, but you know. Anyways, right. Yeah, so one of the reasons why I was so busy was because I tried dating someone. And then I broke up with them. Now, hold on. Okay, there is context. I became good friends with this person, and they were like, oh, I like you. And I was like, I think I like you too. And for 3 whole days, count them, 3, we were together, except just as like a title, because we didn't even do anything that was romantic at all. She bought me a monster once. And then I was like, hey, this isn't working. Because I thought I was pansexual, right? Because I've never dated anyone, and that's just how I thought it felt. I tried dating for 3 days, and even though it was ever so slightly romantic, like, oh, sitting a bit closer, not even holding hands, because I was like, we should not do that yet, because I thought I was just uncomfortable. Turns out I just don't like that. I do not like anything romantic. I thought I did. I do in my brain, I do in fiction, but in practice it makes me really uncomfortable, and I just don't like it. So, turns out I'm aromantic and asexual. I didn't know that. And obviously I wouldn't have agreed if I didn't know that. But luckily we're good friends anyways, and literally nothing really changed except for a title. So it's more of a no hard feelings type of thing. But it's just interesting to know because once again I'm 18, and I think since I was like 15 I was like, oh, I am pansexual. I was wrong. You can always make discoveries about yourself, and hey, I might still be wrong. I might change my mind in the future, but it turns out that I just don't like relationships at all. Every aspect makes me uncomfortable. Of course not because of her. We discussed it, like, no hard feelings. It's gonna be awkward for a bit because, like, oops, that was shitty of me, oopsies. But yeah, so oopsies, oops. Oopsie daisies. But once again, most of my friends are really understanding too, so they'll be like, well, you tried. So, oopsie daisies. I didn't know that, but there's always room for discovery. Unfortunately, sometimes at the expense of others. I didn't mean to do that. Once again, there's no hard feelings, just a bit of awkwardness for a bit. So that's one thing. Second thing, I'm part of Key Club, so I got my Key Club cord for when I graduate. Here's my cap. Ooh, graduating soon. And I'm working on the top of my cap. This is construction paper. It's not done yet. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna finish it on the weekend. But it's gonna be the Germa end stream thing, except it says stream end. It's gonna say school end because I'm fucking lame. But whatever. Yeah. Oops. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of a big thing. Once again, I do feel guilt from the thing I first mentioned, but you know, we talked. Everything is fine. It's just that's sort of another reason I've been busy. But once again, nothing really changed, just the title. So no hard feelings. But anyways, I also brought on my art home today because, well, I stopped going to school on Monday next week, which is fucking stupid. Giving us a weekend and then making us come to school on one day is really dumb, and we have to go because it's like our checkout. Dumb as hell, but okay. But I decided to grab my art now. So I have to deal with it. Here's a still life. I fucking hate still lifes. Think. Still life. I hate them. This is ink wash, I think. No, is it? Yeah, it's ink wash. Ink, and then graphite. This is graphite. Of just shit put in the center of the room, as our classes do. Here's another one. This is just a blackout with the graphite, though. The further away angle, I think. That one's fine. You can see my art progression. Oh, I don't like this. We did watercolor studies. I don't like watercolor. It's a basket. I don't like watercolor though, so it's not my favorite. I also gave one the background. And then we did some face drawing. So it's supposed to be a self-portrait. The first one's kind of bad because I usually don't do realism. First one, kind of bad. I made my nose really fucking long. And then second one after learning some things. Definitely a bit better. Not perfect though. Better though. Definitely better. Also, I cut my hair and got new piercings, so yeah. And also the eyes are a little sideways, but I think my eyes are a little sideways, so it's okay. Definitely better than the first. And then more watercolor stuff. Here's layering and blending. Ooh. And then more blending with like water and shit. I think this looks cool. Ooh. And then, what else is cool? Oh, this one's nice. And then I did ink wash of a ceramic sculpture. I have a collection of 3. This is the first one. Because the other 2 we were able to bring home because this was in an art show. That's cool. I don't know what the ceramic figure's supposed to be. I think it's a squirrel, but I'm not sure. But it's pretty cool. I do like it. Yeah. I don't like... I go at the bottom. I'm making a spotlight here and I don't like that one. So that one goes at the bottom. And then I did a Wassily Kandinsky study. Because I like Kandinsky. This is study of composition IV. So a study is essentially where you copy an artist's work to understand it. So this is essentially a copy with oil pastel and watercolor. But I really like Kandinsky. Yeah. So I did that. And then you're supposed to do a big piece based off of your master study. And so I did. This is fucking huge. I did Kandinsky elements, such as the abstractness and expressionism, or whatever. And I did an abstract piece of Electric Dreams, my favorite movie in the fucking world. So as I made this, I listened to the soundtrack. But Kerplunk, ooh, big one. I love abstract art, and throughout this try you can see my art get more and more abstract, which is really fun. But I do like this one. This is one of my favorite art pieces I have done. Huge though, huge. And then for my final study, we're supposed to study elements of an art piece. So like, I forgot, there's a certain term for it, but like studying the medium itself rather than like making a subject. So it's like, oh, do something you haven't done before. And I was like, okay, I'll do lino cut because I've never done lino cut before. So for my 2, you have to do 3 studies and then 1 final one. So for my first 2, I practiced with line and shape, and then letters and imagery. So that's what these 2 are. This is just a bunch of shapes. But I can stamp this onto a jacket or pants if I want. So I'm really excited to have that. Same with this. You also have to do it backwards, like carve it backwards, because when you print it, it's going to be forward. This says I put the mental and experimental and has a picture of mayonnaise in the middle. And then my third one was a found texture piece, which is I shaped a bunch of staples and glued them on a piece of cardboard and then rolled it, stamped that. Did I grab that one? I think I might have still been drying, so I didn't grab it, but I'll show it later, I guess. And then for my final, I'm adding to my Bill Cipher shrine. And I'm making a subtractive lino cut of Bill, which I think is really cool, and it's been a very fun process. Which is essentially where you make the piece, you stamp it with one color, and then you take some off. Use another color, stamp it, take some off, stamp it. So you have to plan it out. Like, oh, I want the eyes to be green, and then the face to be blue. So you carve out the face, stamp, carve away the face, stamp the eye, whatever. So that's been very fun. I've taken pictures of the process, so I will definitely make a video of the process later, like a little slideshow of the progression, because it's really cool, because I think I've done six carving and stamping, and tomorrow's the last one, which you're supposed to do darkest color to lightest color, which I did do, but I'm doing black last because it's all the lines and stuff, so I'm cheating a little bit, or I'm not following the typical rules a little bit, but sometimes you do that in art. But yeah. Oh, and then this was a painting. We were studying futurism, and I think futurism's interesting. It leans into abstraction, and I think it's a very interesting art movement. But I came with this idea with these weird robot computers, because I have a weird fascination with computers. And so this is showing that, before I show it, it's showing how I feel that technology has come as far as it needs to, and any progression after is pointless and destructive towards society and the world. Womp. So we've got little computer fellas, which are building, tearing down, and then recycling, and then building and tearing down and recycling, like an endless cycle, while the world rots. Because that's kind of how I feel about current art and the world. Now that hurts. But yeah, I like this a lot. I also like these computer fellas I made. They're very cool. New little characters of mine. Oh, and then in the center, we've got like a reflection. This guy, one of his arms is grabbing shit, but is looking at a old computer found in the trash. A reflection of times past, which I think is cool. Working with themselves. I said I'm doing art. Yeah. But I'm excited to use the lamp cards. Yeah. But yeah, for school I have tomorrow. I have to finish up my finals. I'm gonna fail my trigonometry class, but I don't fucking care anymore. I don't care. I'm okay with that because, well, the teacher's being a fucking dickhead and not teaching anything, and I've been trying my darndest, and I have straight A's except for one failing, and I think that reflects on the teacher more than me. But, yeah, that's what I've been up to lately. So I've been really, really tired because I've been doing finals and all that. Oh, and tomorrow, just hold still, tomorrow for my, writing final. Tomorrow for my writing final, we have to bring in a food and write a recipe for it because it's a technical writing class, because I took another advanced class because of fucking course I did. But it's been fun. Technical writing's interesting, and it's a good skill to know, because you can understand a lot of shit better once you understand, like, how it's done. Yeah, but we just have to write a recipe. I made Mitsubi because Misubi, I say it with a T. I thought it had a T. It doesn't. I just made that up, I guess. But Mitsubi's really good. It's so fucking yummy. You should make it. I'm also biased because I just really like Spam. Low sodium Spam because normal Spam makes my heart hurt. I can like feel the salt like in me. So I like low sodium, but I do like Spam a lot. So yeah. But life's been interesting, as you can see. But to the thing I said earlier, it sucks and it is kind of shitty on my end, but be open to communications and say something. That is extremely important, because even though it is kind of shitty of me, it would have been way worse if I was like, oh, I feel bad. Like, I don't want to break things off. It's only been a few days, even though I very clearly feel this way, and I don't think that's going to change. I'll just drag it on. Don't do that. Don't do that. Even though it kind of stings now, it's way better in the long run. And, you know, if I waited a month, we definitely would not have, like, stayed friends and been so civil about it, because, once again, that's way more dickish of a move than saying something the minute I realized. But, yeah. So, I have a pansexual flag. I don't need it no more, because apparently I'm not that. Oops. See, we all, so there's room for more discovery. I'm graduating high school and I realized I'm not pansexual. Oops. I'm actually, aro ace, so that's cool, I guess. Oops. But once again, there was no hard feelings, and it was a very mature discussion, and everyone's cool, so we're just gonna stay friends, because literally nothing changed anyway, so it doesn't really count, because it was just like, oh, we're dating, okay. Sit a little closer, talk a bit more. Hey, I'm actually really uncomfortable, and I don't like anything romantic. Not because of you, just in general. Oops, sorry, I didn't know that until I tried it. That's okay, that sucks, that's kind of shitty, but, I mean, better you say something now than later. End of discussion, so, yeah. Anyways, this weekend I'm going to finish up this. It looks stupid right now, but once I finish it, this is just the background, once I finish it, it'll look cool, or not, I don't fucking know. I have a backup plan. If that one doesn't look good, I'm just going to make a collage type thing, because I like making collages and covering shit with stickers, so I can always just do that if that doesn't turn out well. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah, I don't know if I'll make any videos this weekend, given that, once again, I'm going to graduate on Monday, right? No. On Monday's my last day of school, and then I graduate a bit after that, so videos are going to be a bit infrequent. Probably get ready with me, but once again, final stretch until graduation, and then I'm free, I don't think I mentioned this. I think I might have, but I was able to sign up for health thingies, so that's really nice, to help me pay for things, because I'm unemployed, and I'm unemployed because I have health issues that aren't on paper. And if I have health issues that aren't on paper, I can't walk into a job and be like, I want this job, but I can't stand for a long time. Why? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. I cannot. And if I can't afford to get medical help because I don't have a job, I still can't get a job. You see how it is. But I was able to sign up for help and all that, so that's nice. I got to graduate first, get that out of the way, and then I'm going to take a good few trips to the doctor and at least get some shit on paper and whatever I can get to help. So, yay! Life changes and progresses. But anyways, moral of the story, art's fun, art exploration is fun, and if you don't like abstractness, you're just American. I'm also American, but studying art history, you realize that the West never got into the abstract movement, actually, for real, understood and appreciated it, and that's why people are so stupid about it now. Yeah, because I'm the type of person to be like, oh, you know, sorry, fucking voice take cringe is free, blah, 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 do what you want. But then people draw the line at, like, someone smacking butter and calling it performance art. It is. I don't fucking care. Do what you want. If it has meaning, slay. If it doesn't, slay. I don't fucking care. Crazy. Anyways, peace. Oh, and also communicate. And there's always room for self-discovery. Okay,